Today we're going to explore one of the most iconic franchises in gaming history, Tomb Raider. Specifically, we're diving into the Evercade Tomb Raider Collection 1 and 2 cartridges. These two collections span Lara Croft's early adventures on the original PlayStation, now available in portable and accessible form thanks to Evercade. Whether you're a nostalgic fan or a newcomer curious about what made these games so influential, this review will give you a full breakdown, gameplay, visuals, sound, and how well they hold up today. The original Tomb Raider is a slower paced, methodical action platformer filled with exploration and puzzle solving. It introduced gamers to expansive 3D environments, and navigating these tombs is still incredibly satisfying. While the controls feel a bit tanky by today's standards, there's a deliberate rhythm that becomes second nature over time. Combat is secondary to exploration, but when you do fight, there's usually high stakes. At the time of release, Tomb Raider was revolutionary in its use of 3D. The blocky visuals have aged, but there's charm in those ancient polygons. On the Evercade, the game is well emulated and the visuals are preserved exactly as they were. The sound design is minimal and atmospheric. The music cues are used sparingly, which makes the environments feel more alive and suspenseful. When a track does kick in, it usually is memorable and elevates the moment. Tomb Raider is a landmark game that remains atmospheric and playable today, especially for fans of slower, exploration-heavy adventures. Tomb Raider 2 builds on everything the original introduced but adds more variety. There are vehicles, improved gunplay and bigger set pieces. The levels are more dynamic and the difficulty gets a bump. It feels more action orientated but retains the series' exploratory heart. The graphics get a visual upgrade from the original, though still within the same blocky framework. There's more detail in the environments and the world feels a little bit more alive. Music is used more frequently with a slightly more cinematic tone. The iconic sound of pistols and Lara's occasional grunts give it an unmistakable identity. Although not my favourite of the three, arguably Tomb Raider 2 is the most balanced title in the collection. It offers a refined version of what made the original so beloved. Tomb Raider 3 ups the ante in terms of complexity and challenge. The levels are more non-linear and puzzle heavy. It introduces a save anywhere system, which you'll need because this game is a lot tougher. There are new moves and environmental interactions, making it feel like the most mechanically involved of the original trilogy. The game engine was pushed further here, with more varied environments and slightly smoother animations. Each locale feels distinct, from jungles to high-tech labs. sound is sparse and as mood-driven as ever, with a few more ambient touches. Some musical themes really stand out in this one. Tomb Raider 3 is a great conclusion to the first era of Tomb Raider, though its difficulty may turn off newcomers. In Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, the game returns to a more focused, single-location design mostly set in Egypt. It refines movement and adds more narrative depth. The puzzles feel more organic and the environment's more cohesive. It's not as sprawling as Tomb Raider 3, but it benefits from that tighter design. This Evercade version also includes a special bonus level previously only available on PC, which is a great treat for returning fans. The graphics hold a definite improvement. Lara's character model is more detailed and lighting effects are better utilised. The game has a more mature look to it. Orchestration is more involved here, with Egyptian-inspired motifs adding to the immersive quality. It feels more like an adventure film than ever before. Tomb Raider The Last Revelation is polished and focused, but maybe a touch less exciting due to the single location focus. Tomb Raider Chronicles is a bit of a mixtape of Lara's past exploits. Each section has its own tone and gimmick. Whilst variety is a strength, some levels feel more experimental or undercooked. It's fun, but it's a little inconsistent. In regards to the graphics, I feel they're on par with The Last Revelation, but they're not a huge leap forward. Visuals serve the gameplay well, but nothing stands out compared to the earlier titles. The musical variety mirrors the diverse levels. It suits the narrative well, but lacks the thematic cohesion of its predecessors. Tomb Raider Chronicles is an interesting collection of ideas wrapped in a nostalgic goodbye, but it's not the series' strongest showing. The Evercade Tomb Raider Collection 1 and 2 bring together the early years of Lara Croft in a format that's both nostalgic and accessible. Collection 1 with its core trilogy stands out as the stronger of the two, delivering landmark titles that still hold up surprisingly well. Collection 2 feels more like a victory lap, with solid entries that cater more to long-term fans. Whether you're revisiting these games or experiencing them for the first time, there's no denying the cultural impact and gameplay significance of the original Tomb Raider series. On Evercade, they find a worthy home. If this video brought back memories or sparked your curiosity about Lara's classic adventures, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, it really helps the channel grow. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives, cartridge reviews and all things Evercade. I cover everything from hidden gems to heavy hitters, so there's always something new to discover. That's it for now, keep exploring, keep collecting, and I'll see you next time for more retro goodness.